Ooh. Resident Evil Requiem offers you the ability to change the camera perspective. It is recommended to use first-person perspective when playing as Grace to enhance the horror elements, and use third-person perspective when playing as Leon to enhance the action elements. They are really leaning into this this split between like the remakes having the third-person camera and the current trilogy having the first-person camera. I'm surprised that they're like compromising the third part of the trilogy like this by having it be part of each, but they've kind of been struggling with their identity in general, trying to figure out what to do with that. It's also just been weird because they got rid of the protagonist of who seemed to be the protagonist of this trilogy, but then they just only gave him 2 games in a row, which is weird because I think nobody otherwise gets 2 games in a row besides counting, I guess, Chris in 6 because everyone was in 6. Would you like to change the perspective? Yes. I think don't change was by default highlighted, which is weird because they recommend doing the top one. Huh. Yeah, sure. I'll play the game the way they want me to. Oh. What a confusing menu. They mean change perspective as in like I can manually toggle which one works how? Like I can go against their wishes and be like, aha, Grace's camera is in first person and Leon's camera is in third person. Am I crazy? This is a really confusing menu, right? Don't change perspective sounds like turning off the perspective switch, but I think it means stick with the default settings or something. It'd be helpful if one of them just said recommended and next to the option because the language can be interpreted in both ways. Okay, so first person, I'll just do this one, do it manually. So first person is Grace, third person is Leon. What a weird menu. What a weird, confusing menu to hit somebody with before you even start. Enter your age. Oh, that's rude to ask, honestly. Is it your correct age? Yes? The age you entered will not affect the content of the game, but once your age has been confirmed, it cannot be changed. Is this like an Undertale style question or something where it's going to come up at some point? That's fascinating. What a fascinating little intro to the game. Anyway, hey everybody, this is Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9, I think, if that even is part of the name or not. I've been pretty consistent about covering these as they come out, so I just hopped right on this, kind of as a no-brainer. I was going to say, can you believe it's been 4 years since Resident Evil 8 came out? That's an eternity, it feels like. It simultaneously feels like it was a million years ago and also not that long ago. Like, I feel like I just played that game. But I was going to say, like, I haven't covered a Resident Evil game in 4 years, but I went back and checked and like, oh no, okay. I did a Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil Outbreak, and Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. So I've covered 4 Resident Evil games since it came out. And if you want to check that stuff out, there's a link in the description it should be called the Mega Playlist, if I remember to put it there, which is just a super compilation of just every Resident Evil game I've covered so far, which is increasingly becoming nearly all of them, even if it's frustrating trying to keep track of how to count the ones that have been remade and so on. Need to go play Code Veronica still, and Zero, I think. And those are the only ones I'm missing, besides the alternate versions of ones that have been remade and so on. Which maybe I will. I want performance. There we go. Okay, so setup took a little while, but we're ready to actually get started. Just throw me in. Oh, so many options. Casual, standard, modern, and standard classic? What the fuck are you talking about? There should only be one standard, the standard one. I'm losing my mind with these menus. What do they mean? Okay, a balanced experience of suspense and accomplishment at the standard difficulty found among modern Resident Evil games. The game mode can change to casual on a game over screen. A traditional experience with a difficulty similar to classic Resident Evil games. Recommended for long-term fans of this. Okay, so ooh, autosaves during Grace's gameplay are limited and ink ribbons are required to save. So there's not normally ink ribbons. Wait, so I have an inventory? Are the safe houses back? Do I have safe rooms? That's what I've been asking for all along. I've been waiting for that for so long I had to wait for Amnesia the Bunker to give me the experience instead. This is insane though to call them both standard, but modern and classic. At least call them just modern and classic. Anyway, I think this sounds like code for this being easy and this being hard in a way, or at least resource oriented. I feel like I should play this one. I like the classic ones the most. I like Resident Evil 1 and 2, or specifically I played the remake of 1 and the remake of 2, which the remake of 1 is more like 1, but the remake of 2 is a bit different. And 7. 7's great. Ah. Calm down. You're a logo.
Sorry.
An unidentified disease? An interesting thing to say when we already know the zombie stuff exists. And I assume it's going to inevitably be related to that stuff. Or the bows. Wait, so Raccoon City's been in lockdown for like 50 years?
Grace! Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming.
Speaking of Outbreak, my understanding is she's actually the daughter of one of the characters you can play in that game, which is not a connection I expected to ever come up again. Them acknowledging the Outbreak
This is about
games.
the report you asked for yesterday. It'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. Look, I know that's where your mother was murdered. And I know it'll be upsetting for you. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Why?
Confront that fear head on. Grace, I won't force you to go. But do you think you can do this for me? Investigate that crime scene and report back to me with your findings. That's all for now.
Your boss sending you to the side of your own mom's murder sounds like an insane choice, but I'm gonna assume charitably that it's because she's working a case that only she is on, basically, and there's no one else to look at it that is like conditioned right for like what's going on, what to look for. That water's trippy.
Oh, sorry.
We already knew her name. That's funny. Oh, we're back into it. Hello. Yeah.
Be around here.
If you go back to my Resident Evil Outbreak playthroughs with my friends, where I was busy playing as the shirtless dude, you'll see that one of the characters that was selectable was a blonde woman in like a red pantsuit, I think. And I think this is her daughter that we're playing as now. There's something kind of fascinating about how long the timeline is in the Zelda games. Zelda games? I just said timeline and defaulted to saying Zelda afterwards in the Resident Evil games. Because, like, we're so used to the idea of a zombie apocalypse, so much of zombie fiction is about the apocalypse itself happening. And the Resident Evil movies had the society and the world devolve and explode and go away and turn into a desert and shit. And so like society collapsed seemingly to the zombie apocalypse. But most fiction doesn't really show you after. And Walking Dead shows people really like society getting completely collapsed, but then rebuilding slowly over time from the ground up with no technology. People slowly rebuilding the idea of having like maybe a little bit of electricity and a little bit of an industry and so on, like decades later. But in Resident Evil, the games, society never collapses. Instead, everything's just kind of fine. Most of the world isn't affected by the apocalypse. The attempts to contain what happened in Raccoon City actually largely worked, except for the part where Umbrella and other subsidiaries and derivatives keep doing horrible bioweapon stuff and causing similar problems to happen, like what happened in China in 8 and in 6 and so on. Renwood City Guide. Welcome to the beautiful and historic city of Renwood. Come soak in the nostalgia of a bygone era with chic art galleries, classic restaurants, and plenty of stores where you can shop till you drop. If you want to get away from the modern hustle and bustle, Renwood is the place to be. Of all things, I get kind of like a COVID vibe from Resident Evil stuff, where it's like society never like collapsed, but each event that happens in it is like a earth-shaking moment. But then life finds a way over and over again, and most of the globe isn't affected by what happens in each individual thing. Like, but there are like atrocities and huge body counts and a looming concern that this is the new norm because it just keeps happening in some form forever. That poster behind is very upsetting to look at. The way that the eye is cut out, and it looks like there's a glow there, like there's not a glowing eye pointing at me, and like the part of the mouth that's missing looks like a skull mouth and so on. The red text one. Yeah, multiple people are missing. Got a couple. But then, yeah, it's just next to this stuff. My understanding is that's also more or less how the Dead Rising setting works, which is also a Capcom series. It's like they keep having another outbreak in a particular city, and there's another time limit for you to try to solve what's your particular dilemma and or escape within the time limit before said city gets wiped out. Then the world keeps existing.
Hey, that's a restricted area. You can't go in there.
Why?
It's an active crime scene.
Oh, right. Sorry. Just a second.
Why?
Oh, you're FBI?
I am.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's the 5th one now, right? I heard they all have the same weird bruises, so you think it's something infectious, or terrorism, or... Why else would the FBI be investigating, right? Hey, are you with me?
Oh, there might be answers inside.
Yeah, sure, right.
She is beautifully awkward.
Be careful in there. Whole building's condemned. Word is they're finally gonna bring the whole place down.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a great introduction. Miss, you can't go in there. Why? Just like the dawning realization. Oh, he doesn't know I'm FBI. Oh, right. Oh. I heard something, but I don't know what it was. I'm gonna pump up this audio a little bit. It might already be normalized for you guys, but yeah, it's already pretty up there. Let's narrow the dynamic range a little bit because they've gotten really out of hand. I feel like it makes it The games get so quiet because they're bracing the whole game around the maximum volume of the jump scares, but that makes the game so quiet, man, in these cases. If you ever, that's dynamic range. If you've ever been in watching a movie and you and your friends are all complaining that you have to turn it down every time an action scene starts because it's so loud, and then boom, shaking your whole house. But then the moment dialogue happens, you can't tell what anyone's saying, like they're whispering.
Why am I even here?
We're here to do the tutorial, obviously. We're already surprisingly far from the actual crime scene tape. I don't usually expect crime scene tape to be the beginning of a video game level. An interesting distance from the actual body. Are they cordon off an entire block? Uh-oh. Well, that tape's already down, so that can't be good, right? That implies somebody already went in. Or out? That tape's definitely on the inside. I don't know if you can analyze tape the same way you could analyze like a broken window to see if someone broke in or out. Do I have a flashlight? Is it going to tell me how to press it right now? Is it going to be F? Oh, please? Okay, G. Ah, you really got me there. Wouldn't have guessed that one. That is funny. It's a letter right next to F. I was already hitting F, being like, please, please, please. It is spooky being back in first person. It's been a bit. With all these Leon games that keep happening. They remade 2, they remade 4, and they went back and then gave us Leon in the new game. So there's been like a specific emphasis on his backstory throughout these games. That is a shiny pot. Ew. They're all stuck in there. Well, am I reading the document? No? Okay, they just like gross. They just like to have me look at gross stuff. I remember the dinner table in 7. Ooh. I'm sure that smells great. No, it's alright. Just leave it open. Don't close it again. I can't wait to smell that on the way back out. Because I will just walk right back out of here, right? Nothing weird's gonna happen. Definitely nothing scary is gonna happen involving this window right now.
I can't. That's too much. Come on, Grace.
Not even gonna like send her someone to keep her company? Nope. Read the investigation report. You can check your acquired items and examine them for more details. Okay. Yeah, until I learned that her name was Grace, I definitely thought this game was going to be starring Rose, I think her name was, from 8, with Ethan's daughter, because it just seemed like the obvious way to go next. But they really are just, like, moving on from them, it seems. It's surprising. Not that things have to be trilogies, necessarily. Like, I don't think they're planning on stopping after this one for another 10 years again, like before. I guess they didn't stop. I don't know what the release schedule was like. It's just they made really forgettable games, like Revelations and so on, in the time after 6. I report the details of the unexplained death at the Wrenwood Hotel. I'm happy we're choosing to read this in the least eye-friendly time, which is when we're already in the dark horror room. It's the open interaction. Submitted by FBI agent Kyle Eames. That's the place where we entered. Overview. September 28th, 2026 at 10:20 p.m. The body of a man was found at an abandoned hotel in the midwestern city of Renwood. That's later this year. It's in the future. So they've extended the lockdown to 14 more years from now. The body was discovered in the hotel restroom. Based on the level of decay, it is suspected to have been there for several days. Prior to this incident, multiple cases of similarly mysterious deaths have been reported in locations across the United States. H. Ramirez, 59, pronounced dead at Stoneville Hospital. E. Wilkins, 51, pronounced dead at Hotel Denbar. K. White, 67, pronounced dead at Green Oak Apartments. M. Warren, 90, pronounced dead at Night Valley Nursing Home. I was going to say, that's a very old man. It has been confirmed that all the identified victims were survivors of the Raccoon City incident. Oh. So all the survivors are being hunted down for some reason, which would include Chris and Leon and, yeah, and Jill and Claire and Carlos. And I don't keep seeing here, trying to name them all. But that would include our mom, who died, what, 10 years ago? Makes you wonder if she was the first case at the beginning of this process of hunting everyone down, or if she is the thing doing it, like if she's like some kind of altered creature or someone that's or so, that feels for some reason feels motivated to hunt them down. Either way, somebody has to like know the list of people who survived in the first place, which I don't think was a lot. The victims' bodies all had extensive black bruising. I think I've read it all now. Well, that's an upsetting narrative concept. The idea that you would survive something tragic, but it chases you forever. And you can still fall victim years later. Through no fault of your own, perhaps. I think we're probably going to be dealing with themes of trauma or sins of the past in some way. So multiple little crime scene pegs. One of them's knocked over. So somebody has already disturbed the scene. There's multiple signs of that. Uh-huh. Those look like footprints. What is up with the floor in this room? That's what the footprints look like. I gotta turn this look sensitivity up a little bit. Reticle deceleration. Oh, what? I just want a normal camera. Camera wobble, no. Where the fuck is just the controls? Basic settings, movement type, aim assist, dot sniper. What? Where's just the normal look speed? That is really standard. Am I stupid? Probably, but I don't. Graphics, audio, language, accessibility, network. None of those settings seem to be look speed. Can I toggle my mouse a little bit? A little bit. Seems kind of intense. Let's talk. Room 204. That is a photo of me. That is freak behavior. Oh, you got a picture of me. Found attached the photo of Grace. Seems like somebody...
Who's there? What do I do?
Definitely wondering if this person has intentionally sabotaged our crime scene. Is this room 204? Sounds like it. Ooh. Open window over there, which going through a hallway that has an open window on one side's not ever a fun vibe in these games. Big scratches. Something hunting down. There's just a hole in that chair. There's just a whole ass hole in that chair. Didn't like that. I'll check out the room I'm supposed to go to, but obviously I want to take a look over here. Who's stuffing stuff in the urinals? Like, come on, man. This should be where the body is, right? It's a bright flashlight. Ew. Get a hanky or something. Are those hands floating in it? I'm not sure what those floating bits are. The weird long ones. It's very funny that everything else here is the way it is. It's just a huge shit show. And then there's just like an unopened pack of, looks like an unopened pack of tissue, right? Just hanging out up there. Pristine. Maybe you were meant to see that photo on the way back. It's really perfectly framed at that point, yeah. So is that where the body was supposed to be and it's seemingly gone? Or, oh, they probably moved the body, right? It's just all the other evidence is around. I'm spooked. I'm moving slow because it's spooky. Am I gonna encounter this person first? Or a monster? Hotel pamphlet. The Wrenwood Hotel has been welcoming guests from all walks of life since opening its doors in 1928. Experience the warm embrace of nearly a century's worth of history along with Wrenwood's time-honored traditions. We're hearing things. It's interesting that we go back and forth. Like they patched the last game to have the ability to go back and forth between first and third person as options, which is interesting because they committed so hard to never showing the previous protagonist's face. They went to so many loops to make it not only constantly first person, but also just never showing what he looked like in so many contexts. To the point where like some cutscenes are actively worse because they had to go through such extents to not show his face that they're like weirdly directed. And then they just patched to be third person anyway. It's like, well then what was the point? I don't understand. Notice of closure. To all employees, following the recent incident, management has been working hard to restore public trust. Unfortunately, due to the extent of the damage, it is unclear if it will be possible to reopen. Consequently, it is with great regret that we must announce the official closure of Wrenwood Hotel. We apologize greatly for the impact this may have on you and your families, and wish to extend our heartfelt gratitude for the support and hard work you have brought to the long-standing business. The end. The floor plan. Is this a usable map? Open map. Hey, we got a map. including the door labels and everything. Well, that'll be handy. This might be more of a gameplay area than I expected. I kind of thought it was going to be a little intro zone where I check out a body or something and then move on to like the main story later. Ew, those are big, nasty, retro style syringes. The kinds that always in pop culture mean that something really bad is happening to that person. Like it's nefarious, evil scientist doctoring. Like splicers from BioShock. Ooh, the way that the way that you can look first. It takes longer for your light to catch up with where you're looking. Flashlights are just such an effective way of reducing your ability to see anything and how much screen space you get to keep. Guess only. I turn it on. That's what we just need. We just need a little ambience. Oh. Oh. Collapsed taxidermy head. Looks like it. A lot of crumpled newspaper everywhere. An exit that I think I can't use, yeah. Gotta go find the key to that. Very upsetting poster. Okay, so people have definitely maybe been shooting up or treating something. We have needles abound. Of various types, too. Gun? I can't solve this with gun or photo. Okay. So I need to be able to open the locked door. I need to be able to open this tied shut door. Keeping a careful eye out for some kind of tool. It looked like it was wire, so you probably need bolt cutters. Hello. Wire cutters, yep. That should work. Stop it. No, his antler. It broke. Now it'll never grow back because he's dead. Damn, went right for the hardest spot. I would have worked through the individual ones along the margins. Maybe the rust helped. Hi, ma'am. Can I open this? Unnervingly, I cannot. This is like a Silent Hill ass place to be walking into. Don't like it. Am I being lured in by a goddamn radio? Spooky. Feels like when 7 came out, and its demo in particular just seemed to be very directly referencing PT, which tragically died before it could live 12 years ago at this point. It's been a million years. This place was abandoned in 2018. I don't know why 19 is circled. It can't be the date they last were there because you couldn't erase the other. If that's your system, you can't erase the other circles and write new ones. Unless it's a dry erase calendar. People don't used to tend to make disposable dry erase things. That's a lot of creepy photos of me. No.
What? Who?
Is that me and my mom? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of me and my mom. And there's, yeah, and there's the mom in all red, like in the previous game, Resident Evil Outbreak. Oh, just head back out. Oh, flashback.
Anne,
Hi, Mom.
you have been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done, just a sec.
What am I gonna do with you?
What you always do? Nag at me until I go to bed?
Wow, it's really coming down hard.
Mom, phone. Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
That's creepy.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
They were confirming you're there. Now they're gonna kill your mom.
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
She's way more sassy and difficult with her mom.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
Modern her is so quiet. Is that a normal sight that you see your mom do?
Stay close.
Or are we back at
Mom,
the
wait.
beginning?
Grace, come on, keep moving.
Not quite, no. Oh yeah, I'm walking backwards from where we just were. Oh. Yeah, that's where the thing was.
I'm coming.
Grace, hurry.
I'm working on it.
Keep moving.
Yeah, so she's having a trauma flashback. That hasn't moved. This place got condemned during your death?
Who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
Oh, it's probably the electrical panel. It's 40 years old, so it doesn't take much to trip it. It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
Oh! Oh!
What the hell,
it. No, Grace, no. Grace, stay close to me.
I'm not sure.
Can you tell me what's going on?
What does the bag even do if you're just gonna cut his head off?
Something important.
Oh. It's something for later.
What did you hide behind that painting?
I'll explain later.
Say it out loud, someone might hear.
Find another way out.
Grace was remarkably unspooked. Miss Ashcroft? Yeah? Beep, beep, beep. Power goes out 1 second later. Completely unsuspicious. That was wild that she didn't even get spooked by that. Like, that's a really upsetting sequence of events.
I'm calling the police.
No, don't go.
If that happened to me, I'd jump out the window.
Hello? Yes, I want to report a murder. No murders.
Grace.
Yes. The Renwood Hotel. Yes. Hurry, please. The police are on their way. Oh, my God. Mom, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Grace. Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In and out. Breathe in and out.
I feel like she's gonna die right now.
I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace. Please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just... I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff,
We
Mom.
can come back for it later, Grace.
I don't.
Found you.
Oh! Damn. I don't know if these games have ever gone to that kind of emotional space. That was raw. This is the franchise where Chris punches a boulder.
I'm so sorry, Mom. This is all my fault.
Did you have these photos with you at the time? And they just were left here? And someone scattered them all?
Hello? Who is this? I need to get out of here.
Something important. I'll explain later.
What did you hide behind that painting?
And it's just been there ever since. I guess the fire didn't burn the whole place down. Seems like our stuff's just been here the whole time. Wild. Alright, well this is a spooky ass intro. I guess I'll see you guys next episode where we find out what was behind that painting. Damn, so she's confirmed dead. So I don't, both, I don't think she is behind it, and I also don't think that her death is related to the deaths we're investigating. I mean, related in the broader sense, sure, but she got stabbed in the neck, so I don't think that's the mysterious circumstances everyone else is dying under. Brutal.